USL League One, live from the Peach State and the beautiful city of Statesboro, Georgia. First-time table toppers Spokane Velocity FC have traveled over 2,500 miles to challenge South Georgia Tormenta FC. It's an exciting match as both clubs are coming off of victories in their most recent matches. Josh Lill bringing you all the league action this evening. Looking at the league table, Spokane and Naples atop USL 1. The tiebreaker here going to Velocity FC due to goal differential. And Charlotte beat Westchester SC coming back from 2 goals down. Tormenta currently above the playoff line in 7th place, looking to move up the table here this evening. And Yaniv Bazzini, 3 goals and 2 assists in all competition this year. He's contributed to the attacking turnaround for the club. Tormenta has scored more goals in their first 6 matches this League One regular season than they did in 2024. And he'll have to step up for the injured Mason Tunbridge, who was hurt on his 2nd goal last match. And a big part of the success this year for Tormenta has been Austin Pack, a huge signing from Charlotte Independence. The former goalkeeper of the year is 4th in the league in saves, but the club has conceded 13 goals, and Ian Cameron emphasized improvement in the back third, stating the center backs, they have to be more proactive, give the outside backs more coverage, and deny access into the 18. For the visitors, Anwar Pelaya's named April Player of the Month earlier this week. Now, he led the club in goals this past month and unbeaten in League One and Jägermeister Cup. Lee Wiedemann praised the 32-year-old, saying first and foremost, that recognition, it's a team effort. The club's hitting the right spaces, connecting repeatedly, and finding Pelaya's, who has been clinical inside the box, finishing a plethora of scoring chances up to this point. And Carlos Marancio looking to continue his excellent 2025 campaign. In his last 6 matches across all competitions, he has not conceded more than 1 goal. The league leader in saves is protected by a formidable and aggressive back line. He's also not afraid of the big moment. He had a penalty kick saved against Juan Carlos Obregon Jr. in the team's victory against Westchester SC last week. Tormenta, 3 points are needed to stay in the upper half of the league tonight. Spokane, hey, they'd never won 3 league matches in a row coming into this week. They have a chance at number 4 tonight. It's Moms and Mimosas night at the pitch. So to all the moms, kick back, relax, and enjoy the match. Starters and kickoff up next.
I need to try it first.
Are you suffering from hip or knee pain? Don't let the pain hold you back. The region's most experienced robotic joint replacement team at Optum Health System offers an individually tailored approach that is more precise and creates smaller incisions. For you, that can mean a faster recovery with less pain. Your comeback starts here. Call today to find out if robotic-assisted joint replacement is right for you.
The Clubhouse in Statesboro, Southeast Georgia's best place to play. The Clubhouse in Statesboro, where fun is done.
Live from Tormenta Stadium, South Georgia and Spokane taking the pitch here on a rainy evening in Statesboro, Georgia. Spokane, the table toppers. South Georgia Tormenta looking to add to the win column this evening. And Josh Lill bringing you all the action. And let's take a look first at our South Georgia Tormenta starting lineup, sponsored by Optum Sports Medicine. Notably, the league's joint leading goal scorer Mason Tunbridge not in the starting lineup after an injury sustained on his second goal last week. He'll be replaced by the former Herman Trophy semifinalist and All-American Jonathan Nianjo. Also, Anatoly Prepolita injured this week in training. Callum Stretch will come in. He's had 3 caps with the Puerto Rican senior national team. Austin Pack in net, and Sebastian Vivas, the club player of the year and goals leader in 2024, gets the start atop the formation. For the visitors and Lee Wiedemann, Carlos Marancio making his 8th start in the league this year. That's more than he did last season. 3 central defenders in Jome, Garcia, and Miller. Derek Waldeck and Javier Martin Gil in at wingbacks. They'll cover a lot of ground. 16 chances created for Luis Gil on the air. Look for him to facilitate. Anwar Pelayas and Pierre Reedy atop the formation. And South Georgia Tormenta in their navy and magenta kits with white letters and numbers. Getting one last huddle here before kickoff. Spokane Velocity FC in their white uniforms with impact blue letters and numbers. Both coaches know what it takes to make a deep run in the USL League One season. Ian Cameron leading his side to the championship and a trophy back in 2022. Lee Wiedemann and company, runners up a year ago, most certainly picking up where they left off in November. Aleja Kalum there, our head official this evening. It's 72 degrees. And Statesboro, Georgia has gotten their fair share of rain this evening, and they're far from done. Wind blowing 12 miles an hour to the west. Cross-country showdown here in the league. Spokane looking to defend their spot on the table, and we are underway. Again, the wind ferocious here. And there were some concerns at Tormenta Stadium of whether this match would take place on time. We're expecting an absurd amount of rain around this time. And it looks pretty bad, as you can see right there as the camera zoomed in on Niall Reed-Steven. It's actually set to pick up even more at 10 p.m. Luis Gil into the rain, which is just about sideways, as it's knocked down by Jome and collected by Andre Lewis. Luis Gil header. And expect this matchup to be gritty. Not just because of the positioning of these two teams being above the playoff line in the league, but it's going to be tough to handle the ball. And even more on aerial chances when you take into account the fact that each ball is pretty much sopping wet. Good header chances going to be few and far between. It is imperative that both sides limit the amount of errors and mistouches, because you never know, one bad hit on a ball could lead to a counterattack and then you have a score. Both clubs certainly going to take care of the ball, protect it as much as they can here tonight. Spokane with an early chance, having a corner kick inside the first minute of play. The home side making some noise here. The visitors retaining possession. Last time these two teams got together, It was a scoreless draw back in September. That match was in league play. It was a bit of a deja vu scenario, as that was the second time in the 2024 campaign that Tormenta and Spokane ended up going scoreless. There's Lee Wiedman leading the charge for Spokane. Definitely would like to erase the history of the scoreless matches versus Tormenta. Tormenta taking their time, finding the right spaces. Chance here in a shot. Cross and a header save by Marancio. Reed Steven had it momentarily inside the box. Looked like Vivas on the cross. Excellent opportunity for Yaniv Bazzini. Again, any aerial opportunity with the wetness of the ball. On any contact, it will be moving in a slick manner. Cabral switching the pitch. Jonathan Nianjo getting the start for Mason Tunbridge this evening. Worked himself into some trouble there. And Spokane able to regain. Looking here, Sebastian Vivas with an excellent cross. And just look at that wicked speed. Carlos Marancio with his 22nd save on the year. That leads the league. And on a day like today, you wonder how often those opportunities are going to come for either side. Nianjo with a nutmeg attempt there. Ends up going the way of Spokane. Here's Sebastian Vivas. Team's leading goal scorer last year with 8. Vivas with 3 goals in all competition, along with 1 assist. It's going to be key for Tormenta to facilitate up top to him. And there is Yaniv Bazzini. Best chance of the evening for either team. Standing 6'2", definitely a presence on that top line for Tormenta. Lewis nearly on the counter. Players slipping and sliding everywhere. Javier Martin Hill getting his 3rd start. The throw-in in league play this year. And Ian Cameron and company know that this is not going to be an easy challenge this evening against Spokane. If you look on paper, Velocity FC, truly the most balanced team in the league. Cameron pointed out they bring a lot of variation in different areas of the pitch. An accurate pass there by Bazzini. But the key tonight for Ian Cameron, if they can control that central column, find those key access points, as they did on their previous scoring chance. A good opportunity here this evening. Ball ahead of Pelaez. And Jome collects near the byline. Head inside to Denton. Cycled out to Martin Heel. The wind whipping that ball. Tormenta fortunate that that ball did not find the feet of Luis Heel. Alves up ahead. Bazzini has that one poked away. Near steal there for Spokane. Tormenta lucky to not be caught with a numbers disadvantage. Alves with a chance to reset. And for Tormenta, it's been a good offensive start to the year. 11 goals in league play. That's third in USL 1. Like we mentioned in the open, 13 goals conceded. It's the third most. As Alves sends it in. That ball unable to find anybody in particular. Here's Cabral. And laces one to the right of Morancio. Gabriel Cabral, a champion, as well as a captain back in 2022 with Tormenta and Ian Cameron, bringing the league trophy to Statesboro, Georgia. Morancio just 7 starts a year ago in the league. Number 8 here this evening in 2025. Both sides quite literally having a hard time controlling the ball. See Alves, as well as the other 21 players, wiping off the ball at any chance they have. The USL on CBS Sports Network continues on May 28th with a Western Conference doubleheader. San Antonio FC takes on FC Tulsa at 8 p.m. Eastern, followed by Las Vegas Lights FC and Phoenix Rising FC at 10:30 p.m. Catch all of the action on CBS Sports Network on May 28th. Reedy up ahead to Joe. Martin Heel on the byline, crossing in. Good job there of Dre. To deflect and force the turnover. Something Lee Wiedemann and company, they want to establish is consistency. He told me it's one of the hardest things to achieve in football. They've gotten consistent results, winning 3 in a row, being atop the league table, winning their first Jägermeister Cup match. As Nianjo had a positive movement. It's forced to slow down. It's something Velocity FC are trying to get better at, is not having slow starts to matches and having to fight their way back in, as there's David Garcia. Lee Wiedemann doesn't also want to have a big lead and then give it up and put stress on the club. Spokane will certainly take their wins, but looking to do so in a consistent and comfortable manner. Anwar Pelaya's shifty move on Jimenez. Cutting inside, finds Luis Heel. They slowed up momentarily. Andre Lewis. The rest of the players catching up. Shot inside and a save made by Pack. Another test here for Pack inside the first 15 minutes. The speed that ball came off the foot of Pierre Reedy, who's been hot as of late. Testing the Georgia native here. Reedy's been so good as of late. Named Player of the Week for match week 9. After a goal and 2 assists against Westchester. Derek Waldeck, the designated man for set pieces. Left-footed in-swinger. Garcia, the intended target. Did go off a Tormenta head. But the Ibises corral it in time and are outrunning. Space sent inside toward Vivas and right to the heart of Morancio. Vivas with a nice run to the backside of the Spokane keeper. That ball not having enough heat on it to find the Colombian striker. Argentinian, excuse me, for Vivas. Here's Reedy. This evening you have 2 clubs that love to play vertically. Want to get to the attacking third as fast as possible. They do so with care, picking out the right passes. That ball 2 ahead of Reedy, out for a goal kick for Tormenta. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big league, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Anjo losing control there. Retained by the visitors. Velocity FC do such a good job of taking care of the ball and not wanting to make a rash decision. They're top 5 in all facets of passing in the league in terms of passing accuracy in their own half, the opponent's half, and the final third. It stems with that man right there, Luis Heel. Always looking to make the right decision. As Martin Heel gave it away momentarily, but it will stay with velocity. Bly is losing control, and it will go the way of the home side. The rain lightening up here just a bit compared to the first few minutes where the precipitation was pretty much sideways. Bly is getting checked on by Alejo Calume, the head referee. Appears to be good to go. South Georgia Tormenta 5-2 at home across all competitions this year. Their home fans such a big part of their success. Here's Nianjo. Jimenez with a rip. Nearly guided that ball through traffic. And Carlos Merancio has been tested multiple times diving to his right this evening from the edge of the box. I don't even know if Merancio saw that ball coming. You can expect those type of opportunities from Tormenta. Alves and Jimenez not afraid to step up to the box and take a chance. A costly pass. Joe nearly had opportunity on the breakaway. Pelaez goes down. It'll be a free kick opportunity. Pelaez taking a heavy collision on the counter. Costly pass from Tormenta. Joe nearly made them pay. And Jackson Kazanzu colliding with the April Player of the Month. Seems to be okay. Looks like his shoelace got the worst of it. Anwar Pelaez and Pierre Reedy might be competing tonight for the brightest cleats. Pelaez good to go, and we are underway again inside the first 20 minutes. Anjo nearly got through. It's been fun watching him this evening. Anjo, one of his best attributes, cutting inside. Able to draw the defense. And open up play for others in the wide channels. Javier Martin also does that well. Here's Pelaez, a whiff on the ball. Pelaez takes a collision inside the box. And he'll be going from the spot, taken out in the air. And yeah, that's Jackson Kazanzu. And Pelaez going for that ball. Has his right leg taken out from underneath him. And a critical opportunity here for Spokane on a rainy evening. The kid's already super dirty here at the 21st minute. Pelaez looking for goal number 5 in league play. And number 7 in all competitions. Anwar Pelaez 2 for 2 in his career with penalties. Both have gone to the right side. Austin Pack, one of the better keepers. Pelaez doesn't miss. And the April Player of the Month continuing his reign here on a rainy evening in the month of May. An excellent finish by Anwar Pelaez. Had Austin Pack diving in the opposite direction. The hesitation. And the finish, just as good as the other. Goal number 5 in the league and number 7 in all competitions for the Colombian. Pelaez coming over to Spokane in the month of August. It took him weeks to see action on the pitch with Velocity FC. He's no stranger to big moments, scoring in the quarterfinal against Northern Colorado last year. My, oh my. Lee Wiedman and the rest of the staff, they've got a good one. And their star striker. Playa is now 3 for 3 in his career on penalties. Speaking of penalties, Carlos Morancio, again making that huge save on the one Carlos Obregon Jr. penalty kick last week. Spokane fans getting a taste of both sides of penalty action over the past couple of match weeks. Tormenta eager for an answer. Now Reed Steven working through the double team. Giving it right back, here's Jimenez. Andre, back to Kazanzu. Here's Joe muscling his way to that ball. Elias saw streaking Reedy on the far side of the pitch. Dre does a good job of setting the tone for Tormenta in that holding midfield spot, controlling the pace of play. Really gives way for Jimenez and Alves to take space. Miscommunication between Kazanzu and Cabral. Here's Denton. Smart move. Holding up play. Everyone else catching up. Spokane constantly trying to work through the channels as that one's kept in by Alves. And Ian Cameron, his club has conceded 6 first-half goals in 7 league matches this year. 3rd most out of any team. The Ibises have not recorded a comeback victory in the league this year. And to do so against the tabletoppers be quite impressive. Kazanzu resets to Pack. Want to do it now? This touch by Martin Heel. And Cameron Miller prevents a run there from Nianjo. And Tormenta does not lack speed nor height atop the formation. Breakaway opportunity. Here's Reedy inside the box, one-on-one. And an aggressive Austin Pack keeps this a 1-score match. Excellent decision from a veteran player. But again, you see how dangerous Spokane can be on the counter. Not a team that necessarily needs the ball to be successful. You'll have your chances, but be ready. They've got plenty of speed out front. See if they showcase it here. There's Jack Denton. Tripped up on the far side. All right, let's do Seek. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all of your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Garcia to Lewis. Up to Waldeck. Win knocking that ball down. There's Pelaez on the byline. Kazanzu escapes with it. Alves pressured. And Pelaez with a critical step. Gliding with Alves. And the Tormenta man drawing the foul. Pelaez eager for the brace. Always a good job of protecting the ball. And here's the pure Reedy chance from earlier. Austin Pack absolutely laying out on the turf for that ball. Risky challenge, proving to be valiant. As Jack Denton was cutting inside, Andre went down. Andre, the 24-year-old from Israel, in his first professional venture. Also an alumnus of Florida Gulf Coast University. Has been such a big part of playing the midfield. Here's Sebastian Vivas. Joma has been stellar tonight on the back line, pickpocketing opponents. An utter force of nature. Constantly finding ways to pry that ball free. Here's Cabral. Reed Steven tiptoeing to keep that ball in. Derek Waldeck drawing the foul, and now Reed Steven in disagreement with it. Reed Steven had a big year in 2024. Started off with Appalachian FC. 2 goals in the conference semifinals to secure a spot in the conference title. He decides, okay, let's go to Asheville City SC. And helps them secure a spot in the national semifinals. So the Chicago State alum, proven winner a year ago, trying to bring that same mentality to the team this year. And Pierre Reedy talking it over with the head official after that collision on the far side. It's Dre again. Very similar to the contact drawn by Anwar Pelaez inside the box. Jackson Kazanzu conceded the penalty kick. Both players were going for the ball with their right leg and had that foot taken out from underneath them. Just over the half-hour mark. Spokane leading 1-0 after an Anwar Pelaez penalty kick. They're searching for their 4th win in a row in league play. They got their 3rd in a row against Westchester. That had never been done in the short history of Spokane Velocity FC. There's Tormenta FC. They're looking to continue this stellar run at home. A record of 5-2 coming into this match. They've also struggled against teams that are currently above the playoff line. And heading into the match weekend, only 2 opponents that they had faced in the league that were in the top 8 were Richmond and Charlotte, both of those losses. Ibis is looking for their first victory against one of the top teams in the league. Prior to tonight, both these clubs met twice last year, both of those being scoreless draws. So it took 3 matches, but the first goal in this series has been scored by that man, Anwar Pelaez. Mason Tunbridge not in the starting lineup tonight, available on the bench for Tormenta after being injured at the end of the first half last match, which was a 2-1 victory against Greenville, in which Tunbridge recorded a brace. Jonathan Nianjo, his replacement, doing a good job providing an attacking presence up top. Trying to stretch out the visitors, curling ball inside to Nianjo. Cutting inside. Vivas pressuring Morancio, forcing the keeper to give it away. Cabral between Heel and Lewis. Nothing he could do there. Kazanzu beating Jome to that ball. Both keepers this evening. Two of the more well-decorated keepers in League One history. Coming into the match, Carlos Morancio, 6 all-time in League One saves with 184. Chasing his counterpart this evening, Austin Pack, who's in 5th. He's got a few more at 218. So a battle of 2 very well-renowned keepers in League One history here tonight. As Cameron Miller getting taken out by now Reed Stephen. No booking there for Reed Stephen. Spokane with an opportunity here late. Tormenta, a team led by Ian Cameron that thrives off of high energy. Looking for a spark here late. Here's Nianjo cutting inside on David Garcia, has good positioning at the 6. That shot blocked by Garcia. Nianjo recollects, switching to the far side. That header wide, settled down by Reed Stephen. Nice flick, set inside, save Morancio, and cleared away by the back line and David Garcia. Spokane fans at the edge of their seats, as well as Tormenta fans. The best chance here that the Ibises have had within the last half hour. Morancio with the denial. David Garcia playing it safe. Not afraid to concede the corner kick, preventing a chance in front of the net. Oscar Jimenez. Alves. Couple of good chances. Shot by Cabral. And winds up past the byline. Cabral in his second stint with the club. Really finding the equalizer. Stepping up with confidence. Just a little too much strength behind that one. Empty pass by Heel, finds Waldeck. Spokane able to progress forward. Have to slow up here for a second. Martin Heel. Jome grabbed from behind. Chance here on the counter for Tormenta. Bazzini up ahead. Now Reed Steven. Vivas inside the box. That's the intended target. He was closer to Bazzini, calling for a deflection. And it will stay with Tormenta. Excellent awareness by Bazzini to cover the backside of Vivas. And that extra effort giving Tormenta life here as we reach the 40th minute mark. Late corner kick chance here. Oscar Jimenez. Second in assists in the history of Louisville City FC. Lines this to the back post. Marancio falling. Reed Steven thought about the bicycle kick. It would have been an awkward finish. It's been a tough first half for Tormenta. A couple of great chances. And Reed Steven, he thought about it, and then mid-chance decided it wasn't best. Mind and body working on two different roads. Spokane with a chance here to double their lead. Martin Heel and company unbeaten on the road in league play this year, 2-0. Outscoring their opponents 6-1. Lee Wiedemann not only showing success at home, but away from Spokane as well. Had the chance to talk to him. What a travel day, maybe a morning looks like when on the road. As he mentions, he loves a calm morning, just checking out the environment, getting the opportunity to settle in, maybe watch some morning football. And no doubt the Liverpool native, Lee Wiedemann, a big fan of Liverpool. But on these long road trips, it's important to have a normal morning. Wiedemann mentions that's going to play a big part in any success on the road. Tough environment for both teams this evening. The rain certainly having an impact. More of it set to hit Statesboro this evening after the match. Spokane's focus today, execution. Maintaining focus. Understanding that Tormenta is a very good team at home. When you look at guys like Sebastian Vivas, Yaniv Bazzini, Gabriel Cabral, they do such a good job just scoring, but controlling the spaces. So focus and emphasis this week for Spokane. It's certainly paying off here right now. See Cameron Miller and Sebastian Vivas not just hitting the deck, but probably sliding an extra 5 feet, if that. Cabral with in swing. Reed Steven, Mike Reedy. Both pose such a threat. Trying to play direct. Two guys throughout the league that you have to monitor at all times. If you don't, a big chance awaits you, and not in the good way. Tormenta retreating. Giveaway, here's Luis Hill. Numbers for Spokane. Shot blocked. Spokane calling for a handball. Alejo Kalume not in agreement with the visitors. Excellent chance created there by Jack Denton. Sebastian Vivas. Trying to control that central column. Alves right there. Hoping to work to the outside. Excellent crossing chance, corralled by Morancio. And tonight, if you look, as 2 minutes of stoppage time have been announced. Spokane is a team with depth. You have Jack Denton in his jump. Denton, a starter last year. Coming off the bench this year, Jome getting an opportunity to start more in 2025 than 2024. And it's a luxury nonetheless. Lee Wiedemann knows it. When he talked about the importance of guys like Jome, Jack Denton. Look at Neil Vinyals, one of the best assist getters in League One history. Not seeing a whole lot of playing time this year. Those three guys are exemplary. Great examples, I should say, of leadership, knowing your role, and making the team better in every training session, as well as on match day. Giving over to Pierre Reedy. Forcing Tormenta to cover their tracks. To Waldeck. Luis Hill. Andre Lewis, seconds left here in the first half. Denton. Martin Hill. And there is the first half whistle. Spokane Velocity FC lead 1-0 after the first 45 minutes of play. Courtesy of a successful strike from the spot by Anwar Pelaez. And the Colombian picking up his 5th goal in league play this year. Lee Wiedemann and company looking to develop consistency. And not only a good job of creating chances in the first half, but they've limited the opportunities for Tormenta. The April Player of the Month, Anwar Pelaez. Coach of the Week, Lee Wiedemann, propelling their club to a successful first 45 minutes of play. We've got more to go. A bunch of great information here at halftime for you around the league. And Josh Lowe bringing you all the action this evening. Stay with us. We've got a great halftime set up for you.
Hi, I'm Michelle Smith-Lang from Kids World Learning Center here in Statesboro, Georgia. Let us take care of all of your child care needs here at Kids World Learning Center, from your infants all the way to your after-schoolers. We also have a summer camp and holiday camp for those older children. And we have our brand new bus for our field trips, for the children to have fun and to learn and to explore new things all around our beautiful county. Thank you for trusting us with your most prized possessions.
I need to try it first.
Imagine a world where every small act of kindness sets off a chain reaction, where one moment of compassion ripples outward, shaping the community around us. This is our home. This is our family. And just like the game we love, we are stronger together. Because here, in our humble corner of the world, the ripple effect begins with us. One gesture, one act of care, one unwavering commitment to something greater than ourselves. This is more than a kit. This is who we are.
Optum Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. Others may talk about the new normal, but at Optum Health System, we've always provided high-quality, personalized care safely. If you have recently delayed your care, we want to reassure you we are prepared to care for you. Our absolute commitment to safe, high-quality, personalized care is stronger than ever. We welcome you back to Optum Health System.
Back here at Tormenta Stadium in Statesboro, Georgia, Spokane Velocity FC, the current table toppers in League One, leading South Georgia Tormenta FC 1-0, courtesy of Anwar Pelayez. Now let's take a look at Goal of the Week, Save of the Week, and Player of the Month around USL League One.
In midfield, bends this down towards the end line, kickers, top shelf, bang! Rustle the twine and make it 1-0 to striker Joshua Kirkland, his third goal of the season.
Messer tracking back. Costa stays on it. Deflection comes in. Big save, Morse.
Coach of the Month in USL League One, Ian Fuller of One Knoxville, has done such a great job with One Knox. Not only do they have a new stadium, but they have new life in the upper echelon of the league standings. And Ian Fuller earning a vote of 57% on the ballot. I mentioned it's a great recognition, but it's a main testament to the success of the team this year. Ian Fuller, your Coach of the Month in USL League One for One Knox. And looking at Team of the Week, a couple of members of the matchup here we have this evening tonight. Pierre Reedy, Player of the Week, ever so successful, recording a goal and 2 assists against Westchester, and Carlos Marancio continuing his stellar run through League One play. 2 shutouts to his name, responsible for all the league victories for Spokane. Alfredo Midense, Christian Cheney, and Luis Alvarez making up most of the top formation for Charlotte, and Lee Wiedemann, the Spokane coach, named Coach of the Week. Certainly picking up where his team left off.
He rocked it up!
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Today we went to the beach, and it was totally worth it. Stay 2 nights, get a $50 Best Western gift card.
How does Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water keep you in the game? We always source our water directly from the natural spring to fuel every body, no matter how you like to move it. So whether you're chasing your goals or just staying active this summer, make sure to stay hydrated with Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Always bottled at the natural spring source.
At Savannah Hilton Head International, you can choose from 11 different airlines, including Southwest Airlines, Breeze Airways, and Avelo Airlines. With up to 70 daily nonstop departures and over 30 nonstop destinations, Savannah Hilton Head International gives you more choices for a travel plan that fits your needs. Savannah Hilton Head International. Visit flysav.com.
Back in Statesboro, Georgia, on a rainy evening, Spokane Velocity FC continuing their tear through the first couple months of the League One season, leading South Georgia Tormenta 1-0 after the first 45 minutes of play. Taking a look at the news and notes from around the league over the previous match week. So all 3 League One teams fell in the round of 32 of the U.S. Open Cup. Chattanooga Red Wolves, AV Alta, and Union Omaha all fought valiantly but were not successful. No shock here. Portland Hearts of Pine had over 5,700 fans for their inaugural League One home opener. It was the 9th highest attended match in league history. And former referee Terry Vaughn is being honored. Pro officials will be wearing blue wristbands to show support for Vaughn and spread awareness for Huntington's disease. And taking a look at scores around the league. In Westchester, led 2-0 against the Jacks. And a hat trick for the Jacks. They end up going up 3-2. Union Omaha, Portland Hearts of Pine, a scoreless match there, as well as Chattanooga and Richmond. AV Alta and Texoma set to kick off at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. All these matches are available on ESPN+.
Are you suffering from hip or knee pain? Don't let the pain hold you back. The region's most experienced robotic joint replacement team at Optum Health System offers an individually tailored approach that is more precise and creates smaller incisions. For you, that can mean a faster recovery with less pain. Your comeback starts here. Call today to find out if robotic-assisted joint replacement is right for you.
Hi, I'm Michelle Smith-Lake from Kids World Learning Center here in Statesboro, Georgia. Let us take care of all of your child care needs here at Kids World Learning Center, from your infants all the way to your after-schoolers. We also have a summer camp and holiday camp for those older children. And we have our brand new bus for our field trips, for the children to have fun and to learn and to explore new things all around our beautiful county. Thank you for trusting us with your most prized possessions.
try it first.
At Savannah Hilton Head International, you can choose from 11 different airlines, including Southwest Airlines, Breeze Airways, and Avelo Airlines. With up to 70 daily nonstop departures and over 30 nonstop destinations, Savannah Hilton Head International gives you more choices for a travel plan that fits your needs. Savannah Hilton Head International. Visit flysav.com.
Imagine a world where every small act of kindness sets off a chain reaction, where one moment of compassion ripples outward, shaping the community around us. This is our home. This is our family. And just like the game we love, we are stronger together. Because here, in our humble corner of the world, the ripple effect begins with us. One gesture, one act of care, one unwavering commitment to something greater than ourselves. This is more than a kit. This is who we are.
Taking a look at highlights from the first 45 minutes of play from Statesboro, Georgia. Early chance here, Sebastian Vivas with an excellent cross. And an even better save by Carlos Marancio on the header by Yaniv Bazzini, nearly collecting his third goal in league play this year. The 6-2 forward, free of force up front. Then Pierre Reedy forcing Austin Pack to make a diving save. Excellent shot opportunity from outside the box. And the other way, Tormenta making some noise. Jonathan Nianjo cycling it back. And Oscar Jimenez really being the second one to connect on an opportunity outside the box. Then things got interesting. Jackson Kazanzu colliding with Anwar Pelaez on a shot attempt, resulting in a penalty. The April Player of the Month not missing a beat, recording his 5th goal in the league, 7th in all competitions this year. Back here on the pitch and moments away from the second 45 minutes of play here this evening. Tormenta looking to complete the comeback. They have not put one together in league play this year. And Spokane have their eyes set on remaining atop the league table at the conclusion of this match. Ian Cameron in his 5th full year with the club. Former champion, knows exactly what it takes to win on a night like tonight. Lee Veidman, calm and composed. Went through the trials and tribulations that an inaugural club goes through last year. Spokane not only have bounced back, but they have surpassed expectations for this year. The important thing that Lee Veidman mentioned is maintaining those expectations, but staying true to themselves. Not worrying about the outside noise. Sebastian Vivas set to get us going here. Tormenta going left to right, Spokane going right to left. The Ibises in their navy and magenta uniforms with white letters and numbers. Spokane in their white kits with impact blue letters and numbers. And we are underway in the second half of play between Tormenta and Spokane. Josh Lill bringing you all the action this evening. Goal by Pelaez, scored in the 22nd minute. The pitch far from perfect. Inside the first 10 minutes of play, an enormous amount of rain struck Tormenta Stadium. You might see a couple players hit the ground diving for a ball, and they might slide another 5 feet. Big opportunity for Ian Cameron's side tonight. In the matches they've competed in against teams that are currently above the playoff line, they are 0-2. Those two losses coming against Richmond and Charlotte. There's Derek Waldeck in his second year with Spokane, picking up his first goal last month against Texoma. No substitutions for either side, sticking with the same 22 from the first 45 minutes of play. Now Reed Stephen. Able to find Bazzini inside. Reed Stephen beating Reedy to that ball. Drawing the double team. Inaccurate cross. Falls inside the area. The 19's duking it out. Denton on Bazzini. Again, joint leading goal scorer in USL League One, Mason Tunbridge. Injured last time out against the Greenville Triumph in the Jägermeister Cup. He's in the squad today, but has not seen the pitch. Anatoly Prepolita unavailable this evening for Spokane. No Lucky Oprah at that right back spot. Here's Joan doing an excellent job of filling in. Shot opportunity blocked and covered by Marancio. Jonathan Nianjo continuing to be a threat inside the area, knifing his way through defenders. Bodies hitting the turf for Spokane. Not willing to let Marancio be tested. Not done. Cabral. Taken down by Lewis, drawing the foul. Andre Lewis in his second year with Spokane. Makes up a stellar midfield of Luis Hill, Jack Denton. Those three players make it so tough to play through, forcing you to play outside and challenge guys like Derek Waldeck. One Vivas. Has that opportunity denied. Spokane sitting back. Daring Tormenta to take a chance. Kazanzu has his shot blocked. Nianjo through three defenders. Cleanly stripped away. Back at the feet of Derek Waldeck. Nice flick by Reedy. That was Pelaez. Aggressively defended there by Callum Stretch. And the Puerto Rican international called for the foul. And both clubs so similar in that fast set. Having players 6 feet or taller They allow you to play vertically in a quick and efficient manner. With Tormenta, I mean, Mason Tunbridge is on the pitch. He stands 6'3". And Yves Bazzini, 6'2". Adding height with speed, so dangerous. Tormenta just unable to capitalize on that here this evening. Up to this point. Joan with the high press. Forcing Tormenta to play quickly. Dre near side. Jimenez. Reedy's determination not going unnoticed. I had a chance to talk to Lee Wiedemann. He was very confident in saying that Pierre Reedy is the most improved player from last year. Reedy injured for most of 2024 with the ball. He's been clinical. Lee Wiedemann said it was great to see Reedy finally get that score after having so many great opportunities. Reedy's so good at not just creating for himself, but his teammates as well. Nice tackle there by Reed Stephen. Excellent challenge there. The star wingback for Spokane. It's efforts like that you see from Reed Stephen that are going to be key to giving that jolt of energy to the home side. 7 shots, but nothing to show for it. One of those making it on target for Tormenta. Just unable to test Carlos Marancio this evening. Dre trying to unlock that central column. Couple of back-to-back wide passes. Right idea by Tormenta. End up giving it right back to the visitors. 4-4-2 defensively right now for Tormenta. The aggressiveness that Ian Cameron plays with on that high press was so critical to that championship just 3 seasons ago. It's a staple of Ian Cameron. Vivas and Bazzini leading the line. Neil Vinyals, Colin Fernandez, and Nico Brett set to check in for Spokane. Reed Stephen. Thrown down by Derek Waldeck. Head official coming over to Waldeck. That's a no-doubter booking. First of the evening for either side coming here in the second half. Leo Kalume did not hesitate when going to his pocket. Waldeck, that's his first booking in league play this year. A well-tempered player. Trying to get to the ball. Excellent job of shielding it by now Reed Steven. And a late push by Waldeck. Recognizing immediately that he was in the wrong. Trying to prevent a booking, but nonetheless, showing the yellow. Colin Fernandez, Neil Vinyals, and Nico Brett in for the visitors. Fernandez making 9 substitution appearances last year. Starting in 4 of the 7 matches in league play this year. Nico Brett, right there, as you can see, playing in just 4 matches last year with Memphis 901 due to injury. Has 8 caps with the Jamaican national team. And Brett, an experienced veteran, 85 goals in 207 matches in the USL Championship. And last but not least, the former Tormenta man, Neil Vinyals, getting a shot here against his former team. And Lee Wiedman was nothing but complimentary when talking about Neil Vinyals. Heading into this match, he just played 105 minutes in 7 appearances in League One play for Spokane. But Vinyals knew the challenge ahead. Coach Lee Wiedman said, that's a staple of Neil Vinyals. He loves a good challenge. Understood the playing time. Had a hand with Luis Heel, an integral part of Spokane's success last year. There's Vinyals with the ball. But the Barcelona native, as Lee Wiedman told me, is all about helping the team, putting the club first. It really speaks volumes to his play and character. As the staff admits, Vinyals has not lost quality, not one bit. Vinyals with the most assists in Richmond Kickers history. Chance here for Reedy. And a shot saved by Pack, rolling! And he keeps it off the byline. A heroic effort from the veteran keeper, keeping this match within reach for Tormenta. And just to mention, folks, if Neil Vinyals ended up picking up an assist this evening, he would end up tying the all-time assist record in League One. Arthur Rogers, currently the lone holder at that spot with 20 assists. Vinyals, along with Connor Doyle, on the other side of the pitch this evening for Tormenta. Those two even at 19 assists apiece. Could be a storied night here for Vinyals and Spokane. Scores around the league. Portland Hearts of Pine in the 48th minute lead Union Omaha on the road. And the reigning League One champions off to a tough start here in the 2025 campaign. Here's Waldeck. Foul drawn there, staying with the visitors. Other scores around USL 1, Chattanooga and Richmond. They were scoreless when we last checked. And that is still the case. Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. North Carolina FC face off against Oakland Roots SC on May 16th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Pierre Reedy on the ball. And Mason Tunbridge ready to come in for Sebastian Vivas. Much needed jolt for Ian Cameron's side. He's going to make way for an interesting final half hour of play. Ball up ahead to Reedy. Goes, finds no one. Spokane, everybody got forward. Leaves room for Jonathan Nianjo. Here's Vinyals. You can see Nico Brett slipping and sliding. Ibis with a burst of energy. More aggressive on the press. You don't want to be overzealous, as Reedy and Pack nearly collide. Andre a little shaken up. And here comes Mason Tunbridge, one of the leading scorers in League One this year. Sebastian Vivas making way for the Englishman. Tunbridge recording his first professional brace in match week 5. Did so again last time out against Greenville. Cabral over for assistance. Trying to find that next level entrance. Behind the back flick over to Cabral from Nianjo. Positive play here, and that one launched into the night sky. But that build, it all starts with Alondre and Gabriel Cabral. Careful execution. Pass through 3 defenders. A soft touch by Bazzini. That one skied by Jonathan Nianjo. The opportunities are there for the Ibises to work through the middle of the defensive formation of Spokane. But it's that first pass dictate the success of that movement. It's gotten better throughout the match as we're over the hour mark. Ibis is still looking for that first shot on target. 8 total shots. Through the first 23 minutes, defense here for Tormenta has been solid. Just 1 shot on target allowed. Their previous match against Greenville, only 1 shot on target conceded throughout the entirety of the match. When the Ibises are locked and loaded defensively, it's a tough team to break down. But they don't make it easy for themselves with a turnover like that. Spokane taking their time. Giving the home side a second to breathe. But here's Vinyals. And that right-footed shot blocked. And Pack unable to keep it in play. Vinyals heading over to the corner. Former Tormenta man. Spent most of his American career with the Richmond Kickers. And that header nearly works its way through. It did take a deflection. David Garcia in the right place and the right time. Just unable to put the finishing touch on that ball. But Vinyals with a picturesque pass. And if it's not for a lingerie, Spokane might have just doubled their lead. Lewis with a hefty attempt. And a Tormenta man currently shaken on the ground. It's a lingerie. Sacrificing himself for the team. And a hefty shot by Andre Lewis. That sound echoed all the way to Atlanta. Dre with the heroics. Also does a good job to prevent any opportunity drawing a penalty via handball. That's what you get with a lingerie every single night. A facilitator in terms of the attack. And someone who would do anything to prevent a shot toward Austin Pack. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more. All on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. Now I'll read Steven. And a tough touch. Reedy pushed to the crown by Alondre. He's grabbing at his foot. And Reedy, look at that jersey. That explains the effort he puts into each match, night in and night out. And hooked there by Alondre. Not given a fair chance at the ball. It's given right back to Tormenta. Alves evading defenders. Trying to play long up to Bazzini. And Tormenta with the right idea. Their looks. Just a little too much. High press from Tormenta. Velocity working in the wide channels, trying to cut inside. Brett with a clean touch up to Joe. His cross deflected and out for a corner. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Derek Waldeck, the left-footed left back. Set to take this within swing. Velocity FC unbeaten on the road in league play this year. Looking to continue their tear. Trickles through. Left-footed save! Austin Pack laying out on the turf. And the former goalkeeper of the year showing off his past accolades. Excellent chance, Ish Jome. Just firing that one through the defense. Pack standing strong between the sticks here. Only goal given up was on a penalty kick. Other than that, Austin Pack has been stellar this evening. Austin Pack just one of 5 keepers in League One history to tally over 200 saves. There's a battle ensuing and a takeaway by Tormenta. Over to Reedy. We might need a little extra laundry soap on that kit tonight. Inside, turning, facing, and another stop by Pack. It's the Pack attack this evening. Denial after denial, save after save. Again, such a huge signing this offseason for Tormenta. A great keeper can make all of the difference. As Reedy nearly stole that one away from Kazanzu. You have to doubt that that would be the last time Pack would be challenged tonight. Vinyals, crafty inside. And that one could have been really dangerous. A couple players halted as if they were awaiting a whistle. And Pack is down. Not a good sight for Tormenta. And we hope he's okay, grabbing at that wrist. And throwing his glove off immediately. And the training staff on to look at the star keeper for Tormenta. So a couple of great chances. Nico Brett, a point blank opportunity stopped by Pack. And Nil Vinyals cutting inside, dancing around defenders. And it looks like Pack, when he was diving toward Vinyals, it's his right hand he was grabbing onto. And took some sort of hit. Again, we hope he's okay, as he looked to be in some pain initially. And Lee Wiedman shown a yellow card. Well, the training staff was checking on Pack. Now Reed Stephen. Getting subbed out, Aaron Walker. Coming in for Reed Stephen. Connor Doyle. Just like Nil Vinyals, tied for second in League One history with assists. He's on the pitch. And Wallabuana also checking in. You can see a couple former teammates there, Aaron Walker and Nil Vinyals, sharing a couple of laughs. Pardon me, Reed Stevens staying in the match. Block shot by Joe. Opportunity outside the box. And Mauricio trying to catch air. But it looks like it'll stay with Tormenta on the corner kick. Head official Alejo Kalume having the better look than us, seeing a deflection. Always standing over this ball. What an opportunity for Tormenta. Backside, within swing. Header popped up. And over the netting. And Colin Fernandez also down on the ground. Right at the edge of the 6. When that header came down. A couple Spokane players standing over there. And it's tough to see what exactly happened with Fernandez. Might have taken a knock to the chest. Fernandez now wearing the captain's armband. Looking to lead his side to 3 points here on the road. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN+. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. Tormenta under duress. Callum stretch with self-defense. Leads to some work here in the middle third. Stretch to Walker. Walker, the former Greenville man of 4 years, excuse me, in his second year with Tormenta. Nianjo. This one will stay with Tormenta. Alejo Kalume trying to prevent another booking. As Javier Martin Heel there on the contact. It's actually quite an excellent challenge. Might have caught some of the ball as he was arguing. 50% ball, but 50% of Jonathan Nianjo as well, resulting in this chance. And the one-timer skied into the Tormenta night. Gabriel Cabral stepping into that one with confidence. Not quite striking the laces the way he would have liked. In such a crucial spot right here, Carlos Merancio. The first pass is always the most crucial. One good decision can lead to another, but also one bad decision can lead to another as well. Reedy, the former Penn State man. Chance here on the run for Tormenta. A little bit of a jersey tug and some noise being made. Nianjo goes down. Cameron Miller and David Garcia right there to prevent the opportunity for the former Crown Legacy man. And right when you think Tormenta has a one-on-one opportunity with Carlos Merancio, that Spokane defense comes together. Velocity FC, a well-oiled machine here in the first couple months of the season. Reedy shoved from behind. We play on. Good keep here. Reed Steven. Had to play a little keep away from Derek Waldeck. Just under 6 minutes until we hit stoppage time. Excellent defensive display this evening from Spokane. They've not given up a shot on target to Tormenta. That's credit to the work of Javier Martin Heel and Derek Waldeck. Very much in the wingback spot this evening. Having to cover a lot of ground on the flanks. Masango Akale in for Pierre Reedy. And Marky Hernandez checking in for Spokane as well. Marky Hernandez making just his second appearance in league play for Spokane this year. Masango Akale. Got plenty of starts last year. And a big assist in that quarterfinal against Northern Colorado. Marky Hernandez actually finished with the most matches played all time in Northern Colorado history. As Yaniv Bazzini and another Tormenta player, both going down in the box, begging for spot calls. Jonathan Nianjo. Put to a halt there by Derek Waldeck. Lee Wiedemann, you can see, trying to provide a calming presence for his players. Enter the Prinks Tires Tailgate Kit Sweepstakes for a chance to win a prize pack worth up to $3,000. Scan the QR code on the screen to enter today. Tormenta trying to complete their first ever comeback result in league play this year. Three losses when going down, first in league play. Chance up for Brett, covered by Pack. And the offside flag goes up. Marky Hernandez standing a little too close to Austin Pack. Tormenta has to go quickly here. Quickly but carefully. Just under 2 minutes until stoppage time. This is where Tormenta has been dangerous this year. 3 goals scored in the final 15 minutes of play in USL One League matches this year. Familiar territory for the home side, but will they be able to connect? Handball call goes back the way of Spokane. Frustration from Jonathan Nianjo. Something was in the works for Tormenta. Seems like as the match has gone on, they've been more successful in their build, steady play. Utilizing the center part of the pitch a lot better than in the first 45 minutes of play. A great opportunity. It's been stuffed by better defense. Urgency here from the Ibises. Alves has Buana ahead, and Walker to his right. Inside to Bazzini. Slipping and sliding, unable to keep it in play. And we have officially hit stoppage time. There will be 5 minutes of added time here this evening. 5 crucial minutes for Tormenta to put together a result. 5-2 at home. They've performed well in front of their home fans. As we have an injury on the pitch. And training staff immediately called out, as there is blood on the forehead of the injured Tormenta man. Taking a look here. And it's Gabriel Alves. On the goal kick by Marancio. Just takes a vicious knock to the head. And in some pain. Trying to get that cleaned up. We hope Alves is okay. Doesn't look too good, but dealing with it well. Training staff doing an excellent job here. Tormenta, they've had clean play this evening. No bookings throughout the match for the Ibises. They've kept their composure. If it were not for that penalty by Jackson Kazanzu, the excellent finish on the penalty by Anwar Pelayas, we could have a scoreless match here. And Ian Cameron and company could walk away with a result. Both sides defending well, Spokane in particular. As Carlos Marancio has not seen a shot on target. Tabonare set to come in for the Ibises. And he'll be checking in for Gabriel Alves. And we hope that the 26-year-old from Brazil is going to be okay. Trying to stop the bleeding. And Tabonare will finish the match for Alves. And a big focus tonight for Ian Cameron. Was improving on the back third. The Ibis is controlling much of the tempo in the middle third of the pitch. But Coach Cameron emphasized that the best teams in League One, they control 2/3 of the pitch, whether that be middle and front, front and back, back and middle. As that one is launched beyond the head of Carlos Marancio. And Tormenta, they've looked good in the middle. They've worked around the defenders of Spokane, which is tough to do. They've taken the risk and challenge of going 1v1 with the wide players, and Javier Martin Hill, Derek Waldeck, Ish Jome, as Marcelo Lage set to come in for Spokane. And aside from that penalty, Tormenta put together a great effort this evening defensively. As Andre Lewis comes off the pitch. Lage played in a team-high 2,870 minutes last year. As Marancio falls, giving it away. Chance here late in stoppage time for Tormenta. Nianja acrobatically dancing through defenders, 3 of them. And the initial foul call for Nianja. Not Yaniv Bizzini. Also took some contact. And Tormenta have scored 3 goals in the final 15 minutes of League One matches this year. Opportunity here late. Likely one last rush. Cabral, your side. Time ticking. Pressure continuing from Spokane. Nare. Reed Steven. And the cross wide. And the final whistle sounds. That's the end of the match. Oh, pardon me, that might have been another whistle. Yellow card shown. So apologies there. Foul here. Excellent chance. Right at the edge of the area for Tormenta. Javier Martin Hill chasing now Reed Stephen. And Martin Hill following through on that tackle just a little too long, and Reed Stephen down beyond the end line. Reed Stephen has played so hard this evening, covering a lot of ground. And doing a lot of the dirty work for Tormenta. Excellent chance off the foot of Cabral. Lofted in, headed backside, stopped by Marancio. Spokane trying to put Tormenta out of their misery. We play on. Buona back to Pack, calling for his guys to go quickly. Maybe this is the final rush. Nianjo, it's deflected. Nianjo exhausted, unable to chase down that ball from Buona. And he'll stay with the home side. Pardon me, going the way of Spokane. Waldeck set to take the throw in. Exhaustion consuming both sides. Late foul, Buona. Brett very close to the ball. Having to back off just a little bit. Cabral calling for space. Initially started with 5 minutes of stoppage time. Inside, knocked back. Ball has yet to touch the ground. Trickling and finally does. Here's Callum Stretch. Cabral skying that ball to the backside. Tormenta taking their time. Kept alive, centered. Marancio challenged, and he collects. Things getting chippy here at Tormenta Stadium, as we're 4 minutes beyond the expected stoppage time. Carlos Marancio tested late, and there's the final whistle. Spokane Velocity FC traveling across the country and picking up a pivotal 3 points in the rain, taking down Tormenta 1-0. There was a slim amount of offense, but it was made up for by excellent defensive unity by Carlos Marancio and company. Spokane remaining atop the league table, picking up league win number 5 on the season. Good sportsmanship from both sides. And Spokane and Tormenta shaking hands. And taking a look at the save of the match. Sponsored here by Vision Source. Coming off the hands of Austin Pack. Pierre Reedy with a rocket of a shot, forcing Pack to dive and make the save. Other than the penalty, Pack was nothing short of stellar this evening. And Pierre Reedy is a force of nature for Spokane. Pack with the big denial, and that's our save of the match, presented by Vision Source.
Hi, I'm Michelle Smith-Lang from Kids World Learning Center here in Statesboro, Georgia. Let us take care of all of your child care needs here at Kids World Learning Center, from your infants all the way to your after-schoolers. We also have a summer camp and holiday camp for those older children. And we have our brand new bus for our field trips, for the children to have fun and to learn and to explore new things all around our beautiful county. Thank you for trusting us with your most prized possessions.
Optum Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. Others may talk about the new normal, but at Optum Health System, we've always provided high-quality, personalized care safely. If you have recently delayed your care, we want to reassure you we are prepared to care for you. Our absolute commitment to safe, high-quality, personalized care is stronger than ever. We welcome you back to Optum Health System.
I need to try it first.
Final from Tormenta Stadium in Statesboro, Georgia. The table toppers, Spokane Velocity FC, coming away with a gritty 1-0 victory, courtesy of that man, Anwar Pelaez, on the road against South Georgia Tormenta FC. Final score, 1-0. Oh, and here's how we got to where we are at the end of play. So early opportunity with Sebastian Vivas, finding the head of Yanni Bazzini, unable to connect. Excellent chance for Bazzini. And Morancio with the big denial. And later on, this was our save of the match, Pierre Reedy, forcing Austin Pack to lay out and keep the match scoreless. But later on, a chance here for Anwar Pelaez, has his leg taken out from underneath him on the scoring opportunity in the area. So what does that mean? An opportunity from the spot. And the April Player of the Month doesn't miss a heartbeat. He picks up his fifth goal in the league this year, 7th in all competitions. And Pierre Reedy with the breakaway, one-on-one chance, and a heroic stop by Austin Pack to put an end to Reedy's attack. Another opportunity. Jonathan Niangio had a great evening as well. Constantly a test to the Spokane back line. Cameron Miller with that extra effort to preserve the lead. Then off the corner kick, Austin Pack, a couple valiant efforts, a save off the rocket shot of Ish Joam. Somehow that one works through the crowd. Then just moments later, a turning and facing shot by Nico Brett, denied by Pack yet again. The former League One goalkeeper of the year was stellar nonetheless this evening. And then here in the final moments of second half stoppage time, bouncing ball saved by Carlos Morancio, and he preserves the win for Spokane. Again, your final 1-0. Just one shot on target to show for South Georgia Tormenta. Both sides even with 13 shots apiece. And that lone goal coming from the penalty spot for Spokane. Tormenta dominating possession, but as we talked about atop the broadcast, Spokane, they don't need the possession numbers in their favor to succeed. They will invite you to take risks and then make you pay on the counter. 8 corners total between both sides. No bookings for Tormenta. 3 the way of the visitors. And a post-game huddle here for Tormenta. Up next for the Ibises. They'll be home in a couple of weeks against Chattanooga Red Wolves. They'll have a chance to recollect after having not just a bye week last week, but a bye week next week too. Spokane, they'll head home to face Richmond for a 4 o'clock kickoff local time on May 18th. Excellent display of defense this evening from both clubs, but Spokane coming away with the conversion on a penalty kick early on. Austin Pack and Carlos Morancio put on a show for us. And again, your final 1-0. Spokane defeats Tormenta. I'm Josh Lill. Thank you to our entire crew and have a great rest of your night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.